welcome back to another episode of the Late Winner FPL Show. Today we're going to talk about the Game Week 16 differentials. But before we move forward, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos and follow us on the social media handles, for which you can find the links in the descriptions below. So after yesterday's watch list, I think we have like I mentioned, we have a couple of interesting options. Some one that definitely might startle you based on the choices we have. So, Rishabh, do you want to start with the Game Week 16 differential players?
I will. But before we do, I just wanted to ask you, how many of like for you and also for our viewers, like how many of you qualified for the FPL Cup, which is going to start from Game Week 16? Did you guys qualify?
I qualified. Yeah.
I think
Did you?
did not. Yeah, I did not.
You did not.
Yeah,
Late Winner Show did, definitely. I think so.
Yeah, I did not. My total points were 43. Average points at 43. What do you expect? No, I did not.
All right, let's begin. Rohil, you can take this one.
I should take this one. I think this was your pick. I think you should be able to justify this one, right? I mean, the punt of your picks, I think, is something which you should justify, right?
Okay. You basically just delivered my dialogue from yesterday to today.
Way to take revenge, Royal.
To take revenge. I should probably sit out of these Late Winner FPL Show, watch list and differential or basically our episodes.
Yeah, we can do this.
Please do that. Bye, Rishabh.
Yeah, we can do this after this episode. So please continue.
For the differentials, we have Patrick Bamford. For me, definitely it's a punt for this week. Okay. Given obviously a lot of people might disagree with me. Chelsea have been good defensively, but they have been struggling. This loss that they just experienced, a lot of Chelsea fans are being very vocal about it, that they slipped from first position to third position. It's not that big of a deal. It's still 2 points from the top. But I just still feel like Bamford and Bamford's returning might present itself like some opportunity for Leeds United and Bamford himself to get some points. Chelsea's defense is not looking really great. I don't really know about the injury updates on Marcus Alonso yet as well, if he's going to be playing or not. So if he doesn't play, there's going to be a lot of problems for Chelsea. I just feel that, because based on the number of injuries right now that they're having in the middle of the pitch and some of the things that are not working on in front of the pitch as well, with Lukaku, Werner, and all these talks happening. So I just feel like Patrick Bamford might be a good choice, given that he came back and delivered instantly, even though it was a very lucky goal. I feel that, but I think for a striker, that's all matters. You be in the right place at the right time, and he was there, and he put the ball in the back of the net. In terms of there's nothing to talk about in the last 5 game weeks, because obviously he was injured and he just came back from injury. But he had still been performing when he got injured in the first 5-6 game weeks, and still delivered he still had 1 goal and 2 assists by that time. So fixtures again are not really in favor of Leeds United, but he can be, if anybody is looking for a punt, he can definitely be a punt for this game week, and who knows in the upcoming game weeks as well. Saurav is not convinced.
Me and Rohit are not interested to comment on it also. We can move forward. Yeah. The next on the list is Andrew Robertson. We all know how Liverpool has been playing, and both the fullbacks have been really impressive. In the past 2 game weeks, I think Robertson has produced 3 assists, if I'm not wrong. In the past 2 game weeks only. So if you're not able to get Alexander-Arnold, or if you want to free up some funds, if you have Alexander-Arnold, in that case, Robertson is a very good pick. You can see the fixtures for Liverpool are not very tough. Aston Villa can be a tricky fixture, given the fact that Gerrard is coming back, and Aston Villa hasn't playing good as well. But apart from that, the way that Liverpool are organized defensively, I think again we can expect a good number of clean, not a good number, at least two or three. I know there's fixture congestion as well, so I think two clean sheets at this point also should be good. Robertson, it might happen, might not start all the games. So like on today's Champions League game, sorry, yesterday's Champions League game, they did not Liverpool did not start Robertson, in fact Tsimikas was playing. So we have another game on Sunday, which I think Robertson will be starting. But when it comes to the midweek game next week, I think it will be Tsimikas will be starting over Robertson. So but yeah, this shuffle will be going on the right back also, in place of Alexander-Arnold. I think it was Phillips who started today. Uh,
Yep.
Again, sorry, yesterday. It was Phillips who started yesterday for Liverpool. But yeah, just to free up some funds, or just to have a Liverpool player, a premium defender. I think Andy Robertson is a good pick. XA, because of the number of assists that he has had in previous couple of game weeks, his XA stands pretty high at 2.18, which is very impressive. Penalty area touches for a fullback also too good, even more than a couple of strikers. So 35, it's really good. Last five matches, points 25. Yeah, majority of the points has been in the past two game weeks, but really impressive. Total points 50. He is definitely a good premium defender to have in your team.
Yeah. Just to correct, I mean, this is the points is in the last three. Last three have produced 24 points out of the 25. So that's where it is.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, a lot of people were concerned about the form of Andrew Robertson.
Robertson.
I think he's definitely coming in
Coming
form
back to his strides.
in the last three game weeks. I think he's definitely showing back his forms. And what Saurabh mentioned, I totally agree with that. I think anybody who's lying in the bottom half of FPL rankings, I think if they want to free up some funds and actually take a punt on Andrew Robertson, I think he's still a good pick. If you look at the comparison between Andrew and Trent in the last three game weeks itself, they have created the same number of chances for both of them. So there's basically nothing to differentiate between them. But I guess he is the differential. That is the differentiation.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, next you have John McGinn from Aston Villa. I think obviously can't really give him a justification of picking in this game week's fixture, because obviously Liverpool is at this stage at the peak of their capabilities right now. So defending, I mean, it might be difficult to choose him in this one, but the upcoming game weeks where they play against Norwich, Burnley, Chelsea, Leeds, Aston Villa will definitely have great chances. And I mean, since Gerrard's arrival, I think you've seen a lot of better attacking display from Aston Villa as well. So I think John McGinn has been pretty good. I think in the against the game against Leicester as well. I think Aston Villa was pretty good. I think, and John McGinn had a great outing in that game as well. Looking at his goals and his assists, I think it's fairly it's a decent number. I would say 3 goals and 2 assists. Penalty area touches is not that high in that aspect. It's 15, but looking at his last 5 game week matches, it's points which he's racked up is 24. I think that's a decent number. And I mean the number which actually is the number we should be focusing on is the XA, which is the assist, which is 2.54 at this stage. I think it's at a I think it's only going to increase from here on, because I think the gameplay which we are seeing from Aston Villa, which Gerrard is implementing right now, is actually favoring, I think, McGinn at this stage. And right now he's probably hitting that purple patch of the season, just like Bowen has with West Ham. I think it's something similar which is happening over here. So it's, I think, a right time to capitalize on a player like McGinn, where the fixtures are in favor of Aston Villa. We can actually capitalize on players like them.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and just one more thing, like with Gerrard's arrival, like he has been focused. He has been focused in the midfield of fostering a partnership between McGinn and Buendia, I think. He's trying to create a formidable partnership in the like a reliable partnership in the midfield for Aston Villa, because for the front we all know we have Watkins, who is a clinical finisher, uh, and given that Megan stands on the free kicks and in some cases corners as well,
Corners.
and
Yeah.
given that how Aston Villa has been able to get some goals with the help of their defenders, they have been very clinical at set pieces. So in that is the reason for McGinn's XA to be very high. So I think there is as Rohan mentioned, there is a very good chance after the Liverpool game, or you don't know for the Liverpool game also, uh, how Aston Villa uh, how Aston Villa plays for the Liverpool game. We are not sure, but yeah, they've been playing really well, and the Norwich, Burnley, and Leeds fixture is definitely a favorable fixture for them, and Megan can be Megan can play a very important role.
Yeah, and I guess like Gerrard has actually done pretty well with Scottish players, with Rangers, and he's Scottish, so he's
Yeah.
definitely thriving in that in that role.
I think lastly we have Raheem Sterling. I think obviously again, as usual, the disclaimer with City players arrives because of the fixture congestion that you might see a heavy rotation right now. So be aware of the pep roulette right now. But I think Sterling is one of those
Be
players.
definitely be aware of pep roulette
But
because of
but
the
again,
fixture congestion.
like
Now
but
that's
like we've already talked about this behind the scenes as well, that um, City this year, or Pep this year, is not favoring the rotation as much as we would have seen in the previous seasons from him.
yeah.
And I think Foden, like this in yesterday's match, was subbed off. So because because of some precautionary reasons, so that his ankle injury might not get aggravated or something, from which he's making a comeback. And I think there is a reason like Foden might not be starting also in the weekend's match. So there's a strong possibility that Sterling will be playing the weekend game against Wolves as well. So I mean, obviously, like there's a lot of things which are floating around for city players right now who are coming back from injury, and also some of the players who are injured at this stage. So Sterling definitely, I feel, is a false nine starter at this stage, and
Mhm.
his outing in front of the goal is actually improving, and the performances also are improving in that aspect. So I think looking at his goal attempts is pretty high, and even though he's not been able to convert a lot, he only has 3 goals and 1 assist. But look at it. Looking at his xG, I mean, he definitely gets a lot of chances, which is 3.59, and XA is also at 1.24. I mean, I think, and look, other even the penalty area touches. Looking at it, it's 80. I mean, that's is one of the highest I've seen so far for some of the players in the midfield players. So, but I think, yeah, I think if you've missed out on the bandwagon of Son, and not jumped on it in the last couple of game weeks, I think if you want to look for a like for like replacement right now for yourself, and maybe want to go for a actual differential player, because obviously Son's ownership is way above in 20s right now. So I think Sterling might be a great pick right now, and you could capitalize a lot in terms of the goals and Excel. So looking at the fixtures, I mean, they play Wolves, Leeds, Newcastle, Leicester, and Brentford. They all are they're all except the Wolves game, I would say, because I mean Wolves played a fantastic game against Liverpool as well. I would say they were pretty brilliant in that match. And I think, and we all know how lethal Liverpool is in front of the goal. So even though we know, I mean, Jota definitely missed a sitter in that match, and so that obviously there are things which happened in that aspect as well. But I still believe that Wolves is looking very solid defensively. So, and again, that's again, it's going to depend on a team like City, which is again also lethal in front of goals. So they might be able to crack, which Liverpool was not able to in that previous game week. So you might be you might be seeing a lot of attacking gameplay from City in the in the weekend matches. That aspect.
The only the only sorry, but the only problem that I see with Sterling is, again, what you mentioned in the start is pep roulette, and then City being City. I just don't trust. I don't want to invest that much money into a player who might or might not play. That's the only issue with me. for Sterling. I think he's a great option given that he's starting a lot of the games and he's been actually scoring. But again, like the players are actually coming back for City, so we don't even know if he's going to play in the upcoming weeks. Again, Jack Grealish I think has come back and he prefers where Sterling plays. So if
But
there's a
Sterling, like I mentioned,
discussion,
Sterling is starting as a false nine right now. So there is, I
Yeah,
mean, because
that was
Jesus is not starting as a false nine, and don't have Torres right now. So Sterling is definitely he is a clinical finisher. So he will be the one will be preferred to start in
exactly.
those matches as well.
I was about to say the same thing. Like in comparison to Jesus, I think at this point Sterling is a better option for a false nine. I know a lot of players has been back. Grealish has been back, but I don't see Grealish playing. Probably De Bruyne might play in the weekend game. De Bruyne is also back.
Mhm.
We know that Gundogan and Bernardo Silva didn't play, so those two will be playing for sure. So
Cancelo, even Cancelo.
we are talking about the midfield, right? So yeah, so those two.
I'm I'm already confirming like who might play for Pep
Yeah,
Roulette not to be there.
exactly. That's what we are doing. So difficult to say whether Grealish will play or not because he played the full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
De Bruyne, I'm not sure. De Bruyne, I think he was subbed, uh, but I think it's close to 70, 80 minutes if I'm correct. But uh, but yeah, Pep Roulette is there, but I don't see Sterling setting for the game. At least for the next game for sure. This like weekend game, I don't see him setting. In the midweek game, Leeds, he might set because it's a relatively easier fixture, so he might have Jesus playing it. But I don't see for the Wolves game at least. Not.
Jesus, I think Jesus is also injured. Like I think
Oh, okay.
he also has a knock or something, so he might or he might not play. I don't think he
Okay.
played yesterday. I don't think so, but we'll see about that.
But yeah, I think that's the differential playlist for from our side. Do let us know in the comment section if you have any other players which might be great picks for this week or the upcoming game weeks based on the fixtures you might have seen and the players you might be considering as well. So do let us know. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos and follow us on social media handles. Stay tuned for the upcoming video or the team reveal and the captain picks for game week 16. And again, good. Let us know in the comment section if you what your captain picks might be. We might be interested in knowing those as well. So do let us know. So thank you guys and see you guys tomorrow.